Good morning, February 15th, 2025. It's another nice day in Sarasota, Florida, by the way. There I was sitting in a bar, starting my drink, when a large, troublemaking biker stepped up next to me, grabbed my drink, and gobbles it down with one swig. Well, he says, what you gonna do about it? Menacingly, as I burst into tears. This was the worst day of my life, I say. I am a complete failure. I was late to a meeting and my boss fired me. When I went to the parking lot, I found my car had been stolen. Now I mute everybody. My car had been stolen. I found my car had been stolen. I didn't have any insurance. I left my wallet in the cab. I took home. I found my wife with another man, and then my dog bit me. Just a terrible day. So I came to this bar to work up my courage to put on an end to it all. I buy a drink, I drop a capsule in it, sit here watching the poison dissolve. Then you show up and drink the whole thing. We got that, didn't we? All right. I guess I got to work on jokes. A couple of things. Diane asked me a question about, we're going to couple a couple of iPhone questions. She asked me a question about the lock screen. When your lock screen shows up, and I'm going to share my screen here. Oh, come on. Just let me go change a setting here. I thought I had. Okay. When your lock screen shows up, as it does on that screen, there's this numbers at the top here. And she was asking, is there any way possible to change the color of that? And there is. If you press and hold the screen, the lock screen, like so, and it comes up and shows you where you can customize. We talked about this last time where you could actually go and pick different lock screens if you want. But that one's up there and I tap customize at the bottom. So what I did is I had the lock screen, I pressed and held it, and then I click customize at the bottom. And then I tap on the one called lock screen. I tap on that one. And now you'll see the text shows up in, let's call them boxes. And if I press the one that has the time in it, it comes up and says I can change the font. And down here, I can change the color. So I'm going to change it to blue. If I don't like blue, I think I can make it, no, I want white. Let's make it white. Okay. Looks more gold. That's okay. And then I tap down at the top. And now that's the color on my lock screen.
I thought you changed it to yellow and it's green.
I know. It didn't seem to work the color I wanted, but that's okay. You get the idea of how to change it anyway.
All right, thanks.
Okay. That you got that one, Diane? Yes, no? Would you like me to do it again? Are
I
you
was
still there?
muted. I was muted. Yes, I got it. Thank you.
Okay. Kathy asked me a question about focus. Okay, so I'm on my lock screen. No, sorry, I'm on my home screen, and I go to the control center. Now, in the control center, you should have something that says, for example, mine says "Do not disturb" is on. That's focus.
The control, I almost hate to ask this question.
And
The,
you were
con-
saying that the control for that was not in the focus, in the control center.
the control center is where how do you get to the control center again? I think I'm there, but I don't think I'm there.
If you're on your home screen,
Mm-hmm.
put your finger in the top right hand corner and pull down.
Ah,
There's the control center. Now, if you don't have this particular icon on
mm-hmm.
your screen,
I don't.
check. Well, there's in the new version of the home of the operating system, there could be multiple home screens. And if you look, I'm sorry, multiple screens. If you
Mm-hmm.
look over here, you'll have a heart. That's the primary one, and you might have a dot down here. And if you put your finger down here and pull up, you might have a second page, and it might be on that second page. If it's not there, if it's not there, you press a blank area of the control screen, and everybody comes up and looks a little different. And you tap add a control. Now I'm going to remove the do not disturb one, so I don't have the focus one there now. It'll disappear there. Okay.
I
And
still
I
have.
tap, and I tapped here at the bottom, it says add a control. So I'm going to add a control. And there's a hodgepodge of them there. But then if you scroll down to the one that says connectivity, I'm looking for one that has it in. There it is. So one, it says focus.
Yes. Uh-huh.
So I'm going to tap that. And now it adds that one. Whoa. Did you get added? It could have been put on page 2. There. Let me do it again. Add a control. Scroll down to where it says focus. And there it is. Okay.
Okay.
So that's how you get the focus on your control screen.
Okay.
The other thing we talked about last time was iOS 18. And there's at least one more thing I wanted to show you about iOS 18 that you may or may not have discovered. In iOS 18, they updated the mail program significantly. And so I'm going to open the mail program that I've got here. All right. And you'll notice that they've added this new line here. For those of you who may or may not be using, well, for those of you who may have Gmail and have gone to the Gmail or the gone to the internet and looked at your Gmail, you'll see some categories they have. And they have one called primary. They have one called, they don't have one called transactions, but they have one called updates, and they have one called promotions, and they have one called social. What Apple is doing here is they're trying to filter the mail for you. They're saying, this is the mail that I think you should be looking at. This is the way I'll mail about something you may have purchased, transactions. This is the one. Now, it's not always accurate. Okay. Great. Up. Now, if you don't have this list, you need to tap these buttons. Now, if you don't like this list where it's filtering your mail before you see it, you can do one of two things. You can tap the three dots here at the top and say, go back to list view. And this is the way it used to look when you got your mail. And they've not, this is just your mail as it come in and its date prioritized. So I got an email at 10:06 from Popular Mechanics. If I tap the little dots and switch back to category view, and right now it's on primary, but if I tap primary, basically it gives me all my mail the way it is in list view. So it's showing everything versus categorizing it. Any questions about that one? Yes, no, maybe?
I like it. I like the category view.
You like the category view? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, because I get so many emails and I noticed that. I like it.
Okay.
Bill, are you, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can see you and hear you.
Oh, okay. You know, I did what I thought you said on the screen, and now I have no color at all on my screen.
Oh, we're back to the
Oh,
the
yes.
if
But-
I know what you did.
Oh, thank heavens, because I got a
Okay.
beautiful scene here.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Well, let me go back to my lock screen.
okay.
All right.
Yeah,
There's my eagle. And whoops, I press the lock screen. I tap customize. And then I tap the screen that I want to customize, which is the first screen or the lock screen. And you press the middle.
I'm sort of lost. I'm lost here already. I'm sorry. I have a screen with what do you call those widgets? So I don't know how to get back to
Oh,
the scene. Oh, there it is.
Turn your phone off and on. Just press the power button and press it again.
Oh, stupid things that came up. Okay, let me do that.
Okay.
Shut it off.
Now I have this beautiful scene of my eagle, but if I switch it from left to right, I get different color effects. And if I change it to, see how many of them we got here.
Well, okay, so when you got, I am to my plain screen, where do I go next?
Okay, are you looking at the picture?
Yes, I'm
You're
looking, yeah, the picture.
looking, are you looking at the lock screen again?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes,
And are there three dots there at the bottom? It says color wash.
no. Well, maybe I have to press this. Edit, unlock to edit, is that what I'm supposed to do?
Okay, I know where you are now. You're looking at your lock screen. You're done. Just a minute. You're just looking at your lock screen right now. What you
That's
have
right.
to do is press and hold the lock screen so it turns into edit mode, basically.
No, I don't. Now it just,
Okay?
now, all right, but it doesn't seem to do that. There's a place, swipe up to unlock. That's not what I should do.
Yes, you should.
That's what I should do. Swipe up
You
to,
gotta-
okay.
Where's that? Where's that
Now I
take you?
went back to all the widgets or whatever you call those.
All the icons.
The icons.
Let me try something here.
Sorry to take all your time here.
No, no, no. You asked the question. Uh,
I'm having the same problem, so I'm going along with you. Thank you.
Okay.
you don't want to swipe up.
All right. Well,
Okay. So when it says swipe up to unlock, what version of the operating system are you working with?
that's a good question. Um, I'm not sure. Have to look.
You have a home button on your machine? A home
I have
button?
a search button on the front here.
Okay. So you're looking at your lock screen.
Not right now. I'm looking at with the
Icons on it.
icons. Thank you.
Right.
Icon. Yes.
Press the power button. Which do you have a button at the center and the bottom?
No, I have it on the side. The right.
Okay, press that on the side
Oh,
button
I
once.
got it. Okay, I got what you have now.
Now you should be looking at your lock screen.
I, that's what's called, but it keeps shutting off.
I know.
Okay,
Press and hold it.
press and hold.
Now it should come up and say customized at the bottom.
Yeah, okay. Hit customize.
No, yes, tap customize.
Okay, customize. Got it.
Then it should show you two screens.
Yes, yes, it does.
Tap the one that says lock screen.
Tap it.
Yep.
All right, it's up. It's,
And now you should have those little dots at the bottom that says sweep between styles.
oh, I see. It's on black
Down
and
here at the
white.
bottom. Yes.
Oh, okay. So now I
And now
put
you
it.
can put the color back on your.
Oh, there it is. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Now tap done at the top.
Oh, yeah, I better do that. Thank you.
Okay.
Now I gotta get out of it. How do I get out of it?
Just tap the screen. Once you tap done, just tap the center of the screen.
Perfect. It's perfect.
Okay. See, you learned by making mistakes, right? We're not making mistakes. Going somewhere you didn't expect to go.
That's for sure.
All right. I'm going to try a couple things today. You'll notice that my screen actually has two iPhones on it,
Yeah.
right? The one on the left that I'm looking at anyway, the one on the left is my older iPhone but I have it set up in the camera so I can put my watch underneath it. So you can see my watch.
Wow.
Okay. Everybody see my watch? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yes.
All right. Which watch do you have? First question.
Mm.
How do I find out?
How do you find out? On your watch, you can get to the settings menu and go look it up, or you can go to your phone and go to the watches settings menu on your phone. I prefer to work on my watches settings menu on my phone because it's just bigger and easier to work with. So if you look at the other screen there, you'll see a picture of my watch or a watch icon on your phone. And you need to be able to find that.
It must be in with all the other.
Okay, if it's in with all the other ones, what you do is you go to you shift from right to left on your phone till you get to the control center. You tap when you get to the app library. I'm sorry, till you get to the app library, and you tap app library at the top and type in WATCH. And the watch icon should show up there.
Okay, I have it already on the screen with all the. Other.
Okay, that's okay. And I'm just going to put my finger on it like so.
Yeah.
Oops, got to do that again. I put my finger on it and I just move my finger over and I'm going to put it on another page. So I don't have to go back to the app library and find it all the time. Now I have it two places, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tap on that. Once you found the app watch icon, you tap on it. And now you have the settings menu for the Apple Watch.
Oh, yeah.
And the way you find out which Apple Watch you have is you tap General and About.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Now the it might say Ultra or Series 8 or Series 9,
Or 7.
Series 7. That came out in 2009,
Mm.
2129. That's
It might
yeah.
be helpful if people would write the information down on a piece of paper so that they wouldn't forget it. And they can just put like the version of operating system 11.3.1 and what kind it is so that they can refer to that when they're trying to work with.
When somebody like Bill asked.
Bill, you said the 7 was what year? 2000 and what?
Oh, the 7 is 2021,
Oh,
2021, 09.
oh, okay, fine, thanks.
Mine is 9.
That's when they announced it.
Oh, okay.
So mine says series what? Mine says series 8. So they announced that one in I'm sorry. Got the wrong dates up there for that. My chart's telling me the wrong thing.
Model A2473.
Anyway, and then the down here further, so it says Series 8, I have GPS and cellular. And I need to explain something here. All our watches are capable of being tied into the Wi-Fi's in your home or at Starbucks, wherever there's a Wi-Fi network, you can tie your phone into it. You had to buy a special phone capable of doing cellular phone calls out of away from your phone. So with my watch, I can be anywhere. I don't have to have my phone, and I can make a phone call.
Watch?
Say again? I can make a phone call. If I don't have the cellular capability, I can make a phone call as long as my iPhone is close by, because it's making the phone call through my phone. Oftentimes people make say, I need a phone, I need my watch, so if I have a problem, I want to call somebody, I can call them. Well, if you didn't get the cellular version, it depends. It depends if you had your um, iPhone with you when you want to make the watch phone call. Everybody understand that?
How do you get that special adapter?
You paid extra for it to start with.
Oh,
You can't add it. You can't add it later.
oh,
And you also pay a monthly fee.
Oh, gee, you had to mention that, didn't you? Yeah, your internet service provider, or I'm sorry, your cellular phone provider will add a fee to attach another device. Okay.
okay.
It tells you I have the 45 millimeter size, and mine is stainless steel for the color. And here it says this funny looking number. If you tap that I have MNKP3LL/A. If I tap that, it changes it to basically the Apple part number. Mine is A2774. And if you want, and I have a list of all of them here up through version 9.
Hmm.
So if you have one you want to know what it says, it should say the same thing that's written right here. Okay?
On the bottom, songs, photos, applications, are these all on your watch?
Yes. So I have 67 songs and 38 photos and 32 applications on my watch.
You can show photos on your watch and hear music on your watch?
Yeah.
Okay, didn't know any of that.
Well, the only thing you might want to do that is if you had earbuds attached to your watch, so you didn't make a tinny. It's not very good music if you're just playing it with the Apple Watch speaker. But there is a speaker there. There is a microphone there, and we'll talk about that in a minute. Okay. So far, so good.
Yes.
And there's the normal. I have a capacity of 32 gigabytes. I'm using around 20. So I have 15, 17 gigabytes left that I could play with. And I got to plug in my other device here or I'm going to lose it. Any questions so far?
No.
If you look at your watch, right? Top of the watch is basically a bulletproof glass. This particular button over here, called the crown, and you can do several things with it, and we'll talk about those in a minute. They call this one the power button. I just call it the button, the one on the side here. If you have a newer phone, there's also a button over here. I'm not going to address that because I don't know how many people have the newer watch. Okay. If I take my watch off, see the little dot between the crown and the power button?
Yep.
See it?
Yeah.
That's the microphone.
Oh,
On this side, the little slit is the speaker. In the back are the sensors. And there's a light sensors, a bunch of sensors there. I can talk about those in a little bit. Okay. There's, if you look in the back, and I got to get a pointer. Right here and right here are some buttons. That's the band release button. If you press that, you can slide the band from side to side and actually change your watch band. Under one of the sides is a slot for maintenance that the Apple folks have a connector that they can plug into and service your watch. On the other side, there's a little hole that detects the barometric pressure.
I don't see that.
It's amazing, right? I'm looking.
Amazing.
Is the barometric pressure on the newer watches and not like like on an old one, like a 7?
I think it's on the old one as well.
All right.
Bill, can you change watch bands too often and sort of wear it out?
Not that I've found. Anybody having that problem?
No.
No, but I have about
Hmm.
15 watch bands and I hesitate to change too often.
I don't
Knowing
change.
Apple, I bet you can change them every day if you wanted. But it feels like a pretty good mechanism when I put it in there. And when I change mine, they snap in pretty nicely, don't they?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
On your watch, there are also some other sensors. There's a heart rate sensor, an accelerometer, there's a gyroscope, a barometer, there's a light sensor, and there's a temperature sensor.
we're seeing your low battery notification on your
That's
phone.
scaring me a little bit because I have it plugged in. I'm going to make a change here, so just give me a minute. Thank you. The accelerometer, for example, detects movement in any direction. The Apple Watch really has three accelerometers, one for each of the x-axis, y-axis, and z-axis. The gyroscope measures the rotation across the three axes. The ambient light sensor detects the amount of light in the environment and adjusts the display brightness. It has a touch sensitive screen. So when you touch the screen, it can tell how hard you're pressing the screen. The reason I have to put my watch on my wrist is it keeps timing out if I don't.
Timing out, timing out of what? What do you mean by timing out?
Oh, when the screen goes into lock mode after a certain amount of time, not touching it.
Okay,
And if I have it on my wrist, that doesn't happen.
I see, thank you.
Okay.
Yep.
That's what's happening to mine.
There we go. Okay, I need to mention one thing to you folks. Um, I'm going to send you a link. When I send out the video, I will send out a link to my Google Drive, and it will be a link to all this information. What I have here is here's one for the watch parts. So if you open that one, no, it's not going to show it on the screen. Nah. Oh, there it is. It's actually a diagram that shows you just what we talked about.
Wow.
For example, okay. Um, I pull down a couple of other ones here. A couple of articles. I think I have a whole book in here somewhere. There it is.
Oh, boy.
The status icons on your watch. It'll come up here in a minute. And hopefully it'll have a picture of the icons in it. See that?
Oh, yeah.
So this will be there for you to peruse. The holes on your watch tells you where the holes are and what they do. 25 native apps on your phone. You want the December joke? uh, and you'll notice that some of these have multiple with the same name because I saved it in two different formats. Let me get to, I don't know if I'm on quite the right thing. Go to my drive. How to save battery life on your phone. How to, I'm looking for a specific one here. A complete guide to Apple Health on your watch. Watch comparison, watch parts. Looking for the one on buttons, which is what I want to talk about next. We see what it is. There's one on gestures, and we'll talk about that. What you can do is you can pull down, you can push up, you can go left to right and right to left, and there's a pressure sensitivity on there.
Hmm.
You can tap on it or you can press and hold it, and it does two different things, for example. Okay, so you're gonna receive all that.
Mhm.
If those buttons on the side, the crown and the power button, if you click it once, go ahead and tap it once. If you tap it once, you'll get a list of the applications. If you double tap it, you'll get the recently opened apps. And if you press and hold it, you'll get Siri. So let me do that on the watch. If I press it once, there's the applications. And mine are listed that way. Mine are in list order. If you scroll clear to the bottom, and I'll do that quickly here, and it says grid view, and you tap on grid view, you get one that looks like this.
Are your applications just on the watch or are they on the watch and whatever else?
They're ones that I put on my watch. There's a way to get them there.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
they're a subset of the ones you have on your phone.
Okay. All right.
And you
Nice.
can switch it back to list view. I prefer list view. I have a hard time working with this guy. So maybe it's because I have so many apps. If I tap list view, they're actually listed in alphabetical order. Okay,
Oh, no, get out of-
so that's if you tap it once. If you tap it twice, you get the list of the apps you've recently used. So you can go to, for example, if I wanted to go to my walkie-talkie. Come on, focus. There we go. Let me go back here and find one that we can go look at. It makes sense. Oh, there's the ECG one. Whoops, didn't quite get the right one. There's all the inbox. That's my inbox for my mail. Makes sense?
Mhm.
And if you press the crown one additional time after you're in one of these, right, it goes back to the home screen or the watch face. If you tap it and hold, good morning, Siri. How are you this morning? Good morning, Siri. How are you today?
I'm pretty good, thanks.
Okay. On the other hand, if you have the power, I'm going to go back to the home screen or the watch face. And then I'm going to press the power button once. Come on. Oop, that was twice. I pressed and held it. I get the control center if I press it once. That's very similar to the control center on your Apple Watch. If I press it twice, and here's a wonderful feature once you get it set up. If I press it twice, tap, tap, come on, tap, tap. Oh. Tap, tap. It should be coming up with my credit card. There it is.
Oh.
And what I can do is just hold my watch over the reader at Publix or wherever you're purchasing something, and they have Apple Pay, and it will get my credit card information. So even if I forget my wallet and my phone, I can still charge something at the local establishment.
Bill, when you went past the activity part, question on that. If you don't set up a particular kind of activity on your watch, does the watch give you credit if say, okay, I've been in a gym class and my watch doesn't recognize I'm in a gym class unless I actually started up to time some kind of exercise in the beginning. So why is that?
It does recognize you're taking steps and doing exercise. It doesn't come up with the actual app, which is what I just started on mine. I want to stop it here. Yeah, to actually have it record a particular exercise you're doing, like jogging, yoga, horseback riding, all kinds of different exercises, you have to use the workout app.
Otherwise, it doesn't recognize that you're on a horse or whatever.
Correct. But it does
Okay.
recognize you're standing, you're exercising in some way, and there's a third circle. We'll talk about that in fitness.
Okay, thank you.
If you press and hold the power button, I'm pressing and holding the power button now. Oop. It comes up and I can make an emergency phone call. And the feature they've added there is compass backtrack. So it will give me directions to go back from where I came from. And as I get older, I better remember how to use that. All right.
Well, that's true.
Would you repeat that if you, what is it?
Compass backtrack. Let
Oh.
me swipe it. And it comes up with something like this. All right. And I think I'm supposed to be going where the red dot is. So I got to turn the watch and face the right direction. Guess it'll be the other way. So I'm going toward the red dot. I can't turn my wrist that way right now.
Could you repeat how you got that?
Oh, be glad to. You press and hold the power button, let's call it, or just the button. And it says compass, right?
Oh, yeah, I see it.
Okay.
Mhm.
So this is going to be on your test, right? I just pulled this piece of paper out of the way, right?
Oh, look at that. Mhm.
And what happens when I double tap the crown? What happens when I single press the crown? And how do I get Siri?
Double tap.
No, press and hold to get Siri. Double tap to get the recent apps and single tap or click to get all apps. Single click gives you the control center now. Used to be open apps, but it gives you the control center. You want to use Apple Pay. If you have your credit card on your phone, you can double tap to get Apple Pay. Now, oftentimes you can impress the kids by doing that with your watch, and they'll think you're really in the know.
Yeah, but how do you get your credit card on your watch?
Oh, you got to put it on your phone first.
It's on the phone.
Then it should be there.
It should be there. Mhm.
Double tap it.
Yeah,
Double tap the power button.
I'm doing the wrong way.
And you should get it to come up. If you have more than one credit card on there, I do, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, I don't have my credit card on my watch because I believe when I was going to set it up, it said I had to have a password. And I didn't want to have to put a password to do anything on my watch.
If you have it on your wrist, you don't need the password.
Oh, so I can put it there and nobody else could use it if they got my watch and it wasn't on my
Unless-
wrist.
Well, when you first put your watch on your wrist, you have to enter the passcode.
No, I don't.
Well, then you better add that. You mean I can walk away with your watch right now and use it?
Oh, yeah. That's
Well,
right.
it's on my wrist. The only place it ever is on my wrist or on the charger.
When you take it off your wrist,
I don't
and I
take it
put it
off
on,
except to put it on the charger.
I understand. That's why they're asking for the passcode for your credit card. I have a passcode on my watch. When I put it on my wrist in the morning, it says enter your passcode, and I enter it. And now all the features on the phone work. It sounds like if I steal your watch, I have access to everything that's on your watch.
Yes, but how could you steal it if it's on my
I-
wrist?
You're justifying not being able to put in a passcode every once in a while.
Well, yes, I hate passcodes. That's why I
Well,
like the Face ID on the phone,
right.
the face recognition.
I understand.
But Bill,
I would put a passcode on there.
Mm. How do you do that?
Oh. It's a lock code. We can talk about that in a little while.
Okay. But
That's in settings.
But when I double click this, oh, I'm double clicking the wrong one. Okay, so the Apple Pay doesn't come up.
We'll have to check that when we get to settings.
Okay.
There, all right.
Okay.
One of the cool things about your watch, of which there are many, is the watch faces. These are equivalent to the wallpaper on your iPhones. If I want to let me get to the right place. If I want to add a watch face, I think the best place to do that, you can do it on your watch, but I would prefer to do it on my phone because it's just a quicker way to do it and it's easier to work with. So if I go to my phone and I tap the watch, and I go back to the beginning of settings, at the top there it says watch faces. And here's all the watch faces I have on my phone right now. And let me show you how that works. Right now I have, let me go back to, okay, right now I have that face. If I go over here on my phone to the one with my wife's picture in it, and I select it. Ah, I want to change it to that one. Well, I can't change it from here. I should be able to. Guess the only way to change it is on your watch itself.
No,
there was
you
way to
can click, you can touch the photo on your
Okay.
phone
Yeah,
and then it says content and you put choose photo.
I'm on the watch faces. You're talking about photos or faces?
I'm
Watch
talking
face.
about faces because I have a picture
Okay, on
that
one.
that I use
Okay,
as a
so I tap that one.
tap it and
Oh, no. And then what?
okay, now mine, when I tap it says choose photos and I only have one photo in there. Yours
Right.
says view new photo, watch face. Click
Yeah,
on
no,
that.
I want to change my watch face. Ooh, did it. I don't know how it did it, but it did it. I want to change it to to this one. So I'm trying to change it to that one. Oh, it did. No, it didn't.
On my phone,
Yeah,
when I choose the face I want, I touch that and then it came up set as current watch face on the bottom or remove watch face.
oh, it does at the bottom.
Yeah.
Oh, why didn't you tell me that? Very good. Very good. I'm going to say, I'm going to say set as current watch face. And it should change it, right? Yeah, they're changed it.
Yep. It's great, isn't it? Ooh.
All right. Okay. So that's how I can choose one of the watch faces I've already created. If I want to make myself a new watch face, I tap the word edit at the top of the screen there. I'm sorry. I tap at the bottom of the screen, it says that's the way I would edit one of the existing faces. If I wanted to add a new one, I would click here where it says face gallery.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So tap face gallery. Now we have, oh, do we have faces? These are the new ones they just added. I like that one. Unity ribbon, rhythm. But then they have activity faces, artistic faces, astronomy faces, etc., etc., etc. And so you can down this list, and once you get to one you like, you can go left to right to see various derivations of that. The one liquid metal is kind of cool, but it does use a lot of battery life because it actually changes as you're looking at it. I'm going to add the Mickey Mouse one. So just tap it. And I can change the color. So there's some features you can change here. And the key thing that I wanted to point out to you at this point is called complications. You'll notice that in addition to the time, that they have some more information. Here on the top left is the date. Here's the temperature. And here's my calendar. And that says top left complication, top right complication, and bottom, or at the bottom, there's my schedule. If I tap the little arrow there, I can pick other things. Let me click battery. So now I've changed the upper left-hand corner to my battery. If I wanted to put something on there like let's see. Cardiogram, right? So now it's going to give me my heart rate up here. And if I change something on the bottom, I want to change my schedule to, oops, my elevation. All right.
How-
Says I'm 48 feet above sea level.
How
That
did,
means I'm,
Well, somehow on mine, I have the next thing I have to do on my calendar.
yeah.
so how did you get your complications again?
All right. So I'm going to go back to face gallery.
Okay.
I'm going to choose one of the faces. I chose Mickey. And then I haven't added this as a face yet, but I've changed the complications on it, right? By scrolling up. And there it allows me to change the additional information that comes on your watch face.
And you're doing this on your iPhone, right?
Yes,
Okay, thanks. Thanks.
you can do it on the watch, but I prefer to do it here. It's much easier to deal with. Once I've got that done, I just tap the word add, and now it's on my watch. So if I bring up my watch, guess what I have on there? There's Mickey, the complications I've decided to add, and I got no more events.
Did you know he talks?
Say again, please.
Mickey, I have many, but did you know they talk?
Yes,
They
I was
tell you
gonna,
the time.
I was going to show everybody that.
Oh, okay. I love it.
It's cute.
If I tap Mickey, did you hear that?
Uh-huh. Yes.
I can see you've tried this one.
Oh, yeah, I've had Mickey and Minnie, and I love for them to talk. They tell you good morning once, then they say good afternoon, and then at night they say good night.
All right. Watch faces are, let me show you the ones I have, just to give you an idea of what's there. Let me get out of here. There's one I have set up primarily for information. It's called Infogram. and it's my health one. So I'm going to tap that one. And you'll notice I have the time, but then I have, look at all the different things I can put in here.
Hmm.
I've got top left is stocks. There's nothing on there right now. Top right is temperature. Bottom left is workout. So I can tap that when I'm ready to go for a walk, or I'm at the gym and I want to do the bike, right? And then there's what my calendar is. On the inside, it's called the subdial. Top is the day. Left is the heart rate, oxygen level, and ECG. And I tap these to take my heart rate, to take an EKG, or to collect information on my oxygen level.
Hmm.
So this is the one I keep on my watch a lot of the time. And it's just a quick access to collecting health information.
Is this the best one if you just want information? I mean, you don't have to have Mickey Mouse dancing or anything like that.
There's one for Toy Story that actually dances. But no, I prefer the other ones are just fun ones to put on there when the grandkids are around
That was my
for
other,
me.
why would you want so many watch faces?
I teach class, Kathleen, and I just keep adding them.
Thank you.
Here's one. This one's the activity ring that shows you how you're doing, progressing in terms of your activity for the day. Now, my activity for the day should be pretty low. So if I choose that one,
Sorry.
and I set it as my watch face, I still have Mickey. So there's my watch face. And you see, I've been fairly inactive today so far. Been sitting at my desk. Okay. If you tend to be more sedentary, this is a good one to have to get you up and around. Okay.
If you want to have different watch faces and change them during the day, how do you do that?
You can do it in your on your watch or in your phone. No, can I change it here? Or do I have to go to set? Oh no, I can go here. And I just change, I'm trying to change it to solar. And now that's my watch face.
So you press on the watch face itself, or you press on the crown and then the watch face?
Now I'm pressing on the watch face, I'm holding it,
Mhm.
and then I stream through the watch faces I've got. There's Mickey.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you.
And I think I just tap it, and now it's my new watch face. So when you go to the gym, you can switch over here to the one I've got for exercising and tap the workout one. Okay.
Yes. 10,000
Super.
you can do.
So we've covered watch faces and how to modify them. Let's go into some of the settings. Okay. And again, I'm going to do it on my phone versus the watch, just because it's easier to work with. Okay. Do you want to get notifications on your phone? I'm sorry, on your watch. If you tap notifications, you can say yes or no. Then they will show up on your phone if you want them. And let's say if I want to get them from messages, I could turn them off or turn them on. So as I'm jogging on the track at the gym, I can go ahead and start checking my watch to see if I've got messages. Right?
Where do,
Same way with
where do
same
they,
way with
where do they appear on the watch? I have on notifications indicator, but I don't think I see them anywhere on the watch.
did you have them make sound, etc. when they come?
No,
Yeah, you might want to make them make a sound or vibrate on your wrist when they come.
and how do you do that?
I don't know. Let's see.
Oh, show notifications on wrist.
There it is when it says sounds and haptics. So I just turned on the one for mail. And now it's going to vibrate on my wrist and make a sound. So this is where you would control each particular notification. But make sure it's on for messages, for example. And I'm going to mirror my phone. Whatever my phone settings are, I'm going to put them on, I'll have them on the watch as well.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, where is the sound and haptics?
It's a subset of the particular one you want to get notifications from. So if I have phone, I'm going to mirror what's on my phone in terms of notification, or I can customize it and say, I don't want to get bothered while on my watch, so I could turn those things off.
Okay. You can choose which notifications are visible when your wrist is down. So it says Apple Watch apps and then where from there, because I don't find sound and haptics.
Okay, I'm in notifications, right?
Yes, show notifi, oh, wait a minute, maybe I have, okay, maybe I go back, okay. Oh, I needed to go one page back and then,
Gotcha. Gotcha.
I still don't find sound and haptics.
I'm going clear back to my watch.
Okay,
I'm sorry, on my iPhone, and then I tap notifications,
okay,
and then I go down and pick the app that I want to get notifications on or don't want to get notifications on. Right? So let's say it's mail. and I want to customize it, or I want the same kind of notifications that are on my phone. Let's say I want to customize it.
Okay, notification is at the top middle, and then where did you go from there?
So it says that notifications at the top.
Mhm.
Then I scroll down to the particular applications that application that I'd
Mhm.
like to control getting notifications for.
Okay, and that is, okay, where is the next?
So you just pick a application. Yes?
Yes, I think so.
Good.
I think I have all of this stuff here, but I don't know that it's showing. All right, all right, go ahead. I don't want to take up any more of your time.
Well, all I'm doing is selecting the particular application that I want to receive notifications from. So if I get new news from Apple News, right, I'm going to customize it and I'm going to allow notifications, right, on my watch. All right. I'm in settings, and there another place right there, the third one down. It says Apple View or App View. That's just a way to switch it from list view to grid view or back.
Patty Krog.
And then there's, of course, general. And we've already covered about software update. It's where you can check to see if you have the most recent update. And I have mine to be automatically update if it's charging overnight, for example. Orientation, that's a good one. I went back to general, so, and I can, right, I mirror what's on my phone for focus, and we'll talk about focus later. It's focus is designed to turn off certain distractions on your phone when you're doing particular activities. I'm I'm in meditation. I don't want to get bothered. You you can adjust focus for that. And that's a subject for a later class, but that's the intention of focus. It says watch orientation there. It says I wear it on my left wrist and I have the crown on the right side of the phone. For example. So if you switch it to your other wrist, you have to go in here and make those adjustments to get the switches, the buttons on the side you would like them. I enable dictations and auto punctuation so I can talk to my phone. I'm sorry, talk to my watch and actually send a message using my voice. And any other ones there? Let's not go further on those. If you have cellular, mine's AT&T, all right? You would have a cellular option there. And you can control what applications send you information or use, let's call it use the internet So that if you're running, if you don't have much left in terms of your plan, in terms of data going back and forth, you can control that here. Display and brightness. Here's where you can change the brightness. And you can have it wake when you raise your wrist. So when I raise my wrist, my phone lightens up. Or you can have it wake on crown rotation. And how long do you want it to stay awake? And I say 70 seconds. What do you do with gestures? Oh, you forgot to put it in church mode and it starts ringing. You can, if you change gestures here,
Can use the printer. Printer, mine.
you can change gestures here, right? So that it will cover, if you cover or if you cup your watch, it will silence the watch. So if you didn't get it to shut off, this would do that. I have Siri turned on mine. Most of the time, I press the digital crown to get Siri. Hmm. Notice there I have the maximum sound, the default haptics. Everybody know what a haptic is, I hope. Haptic is the vibration you would feel on your wrist or that the phone would uh, vibrate.
Where did you find the ringtone and, oh, it's under sound and haptics. Okay, fine.
Okay?
Mhm.
All right.
What am I doing that my haptics or the sounds don't ring when they should? What should I be setting?
The sound doesn't go or the haptics don't vibrate.
Sound doesn't go. I set up specific ringtones for specific kinds of activities or people that come in, and they never have rung. So I must have something wrong.
That's on your phone or your watch?
Both.
Both?
Mhm.
Hmm. Let me check into that.
Okay.
Because I there's a bunch of places you go to check, and I just want to make sure I'm talking to you about it in the right order.
Okay. Thank you.
Generally, we'll talk about sounds. We'll have that for the first thing next time. Okay?
Thank you. So many things that can be wrong on this, or push the wrong button and everything goes crazy.
A lot of people have the problem with the sound. That's why I wanted to make it a special subject. I mean, I get calls frequently about, gee, my phone isn't making any sounds. It's supposed to be making a sound. Or when I get messages, I want it to make a sound and vibrate, and it's not doing that. And so there's I think 3 or 4 places that you go to make sure you're getting the sounds you want. Okay, I'm going to stop it there and see if you have any questions on what I covered or additional questions that you might want to get some answers to right now. No, yes, maybe.
I have a question, and I think it's related to both the watch and the phone. I keep seeing advertisements for an app that will do blood pressure. I'm very much into blood pressure because mine fluctuates so much, and it tells you that it'll do it, and then when you get it, and I can't figure out how that would ever work either on a phone or a watch, because you have to be able to put that cuff around, and there's too much involved in blood pressure.
You answered
I
your own
think they're,
question.
pardon?
You have answered your own question.
So
They
they're
should
really lying.
they should outlaw those apps. Okay, because if you just Google it, I'm going to try to Google it, see what it says. And my Apple Watch check my blood pressure? No. You can use blood pressure cups that are Bluetooth attached to do it, but it cannot do it. When they first came out, some people were saying, "Well, you have to look at it, and it's checking the blood pressure through your pupils or your eyes." And I said, "No."
And I'm sure the same is true for the phone.
Yes, that's even further away. The only way is your phone, especially they have a bunch of blood pressure devices out there that you can Bluetooth connect to your phone, and it will record that information for you so you can see your history. So it's a scam when they say they can do it. And that's why I said I don't see why Apple still has those apps out there.
And there was
And
one that had you putting your finger on the back of your phone for a period of time, and that was supposed to do something, and it doesn't.
uh-huh. I believe that. Yeah, one was look at it on the back of your phone. There is a way to tap the back of your phone to make the camera go, but I'm sorry, to make the flashlight turn on, but, but not take your blood pressure.
My daughter
Yeah.
has an Android phone, and she has activated the shutter using a word. And I did Google that, and there's a way to do it, and I did it, and it didn't work.
To take a picture?
Yes, with the spoken,
Yep. Yeah, there's a way to do that.
that
Let me
would be
write
a
that one
good
down.
class.
Yeah, I'll put that down. Yeah, I've seen that. I think I even tried it once and it did work. Something like I say, take picture, Siri. Oh, can you say Siri, take a picture?
I don't believe,
It opened the app on my phone. It opened the app, but it didn't take a picture. Yeah, I'll experiment with that one. I want to know more about that one myself. Any other questions? Those are good ones. Those are good ones.
When you check the just a picture, is it if you're trying to position yourself, can you say something like take a picture in 10 seconds or take a picture? I know you can set your camera for the whole thing, but can you talk and tell them how long before the shutter goes?
That's the one we want to check on to see if they're Siri. Hey Siri, take a picture in 10 seconds.
Here's what I found.
And what came up on my watch was how to set a camera timer when talking, when taking a picture. That's how to set it. I want to do it with Siri. Okay, let's check that one out. Unless somebody has an answer to that one right now, I'll check it out for next time. Okay, because that is a good one to have, right? Next time, we're going to have Apple Watch 2. We're going to talk about some of the applications that you can use on your Apple Watch, from blood pressure to heart rate to tracking while you're running, etc. Okay?
Okay.
You're also going to send us your how to access your documents or your instructions.
Oh, yes, you're going to get more than you want to deal with.
Well, every class is more than I want to deal with.
All right. All right, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
joke,
Yes.
no joke.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Oh, this one's a good one. This one's a good one.
I like your jokes.
Tell a lot of bar jokes.
But I always tell him not to quit his day.
And an old blind cowboy walks into an all-girl biker bar. He finds his way to the bar stool and orders a shot of Jack Daniels. After sitting there for a while, he yells to the bartender, "Hey, you want to hear a blonde joke?" The bar immediately falls silent. In a deep, husky voice, the woman next to him says, "Before you tell that joke, cowboy, I think you should only fair to give you, given that you are blind, that you should know the following things. The bartender is a blonde girl with a baseball hat. The bouncer is a blonde girl with a billy club. I'm 6 foot tall, 175-pound woman with a black belt in karate. The woman sitting next to me is a blonde and a professional weightlifter. And the lady to the right is blonde and a professional wrestler." Now, thinking about this seriously, the cowboy, do you want to still tell a blonde joke? The blind cowboy thinks for a second, shakes his head and mutters, "No, I guess not. I don't want to have to tell it 5 times."
That was fun.
Oh, that was a good one.
All right, all right.
I love blonde jokes.
Yeah, I am one, so I can do this.
You can do it.
All right. Everybody, have a good week.
Thank you.
Thank
See
you
you.
so much.
See you next time.
Bye-bye.